Hello everybody and welcome to another tutorial. Today's stitch is very interesting and beautiful, and I think it's more suitable for intermediate to advanced crocheters because we have a lot of rows repeats, and we are going to work with back post and front post stitches, which beginner crocheters might find a little harder. So I'm going to use three colors: white, this very soft pink, and one darker pink. It can be used, of course, with only one color or with only two colors. Now grab your hooks and yarn and let's begin. Depending on how wide you want your project to be, you need to chain multiple of 11 plus 2 additional chains at the end. I'm going to show you on a small swatch the steps. I'm going to chain 33 chains plus 2 additional at the end, which makes total of 35 chains. Here are my chains. Now let's start with row 1. We're going to be working with double crochets from the fourth chain from the hook. 1, 2, 3, 4. Start from the fourth chain and work your way with one double crochet in each chain. Go ahead and make one double crochet, and I'll wait for you at the end of the row. And this is how it's looking, the first row, only double crochets. Now let's continue with row 2. We're not changing colors. Continue with the white. Chain 1 and turn. Start from the very first stitch right here below the chain. One single crochet there, and then 2 more in the next 2 stitches. 1 and another one. 3 single crochets. Skip the next 2 stitches and into the third stitch 1 double crochet, chain 2 and another double crochet in the same stitch. Skip the next 2 stitches and then make 6 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. After that, repeat the steps from here. Skip the next 2 stitches into the third, 1 double crochet, chain 2 and another double crochet in the same stitch. And from here you have to repeat the steps. Skip 2 stitches, 6 single crochets, skip 2 stitches, then 1 double crochet, chain 2, 1 double crochet in 1 stitch. So when you reach the end of the row, after the last group of double crochets, you have to finish the row with 3 single crochets, the same way we started it here at the beginning. So after the double crochets, skip the next 2 stitches and then work in the remaining stitches. 1, here is the last stitch of the row, 2, and the last third single crochet will be here in the chain. 3. And with that the row is completed. Row 3 we will continue with the white, chain 1 and turn. Start again from the very first stitch here with one single crochet, and only one single crochet this time. Now we're going to work around the double crochets. Yarn over twice, and we are going to make one front post treble crochet with yarn over twice on the hook. Go behind the first double crochet from the previous row, take the yarn and pull up a loop. And now we work regular treble crochet. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. After we are done with this stitch, next we are going to work around this chain. Here we have 5 regular double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and one more, 5. After that we have to make another front post treble crochet. So yarn over twice. This is the second double crochet from the previous row. Go behind it, take the yarn, pull up a loop, and then make the treble crochet. And this is how it's looking, this part. From here we're going to work in this area. These are the 6 single crochets from the previous row. Skip the first 2 stitches, and in the next stitches make 2 single crochets, and that's all. You have to skip the remaining 2 stitches also. From here go directly for the next double crochet. Yarn over twice and then make the next front post treble crochet. Around the chain 5 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then again 1 front post treble crochet around the double crochet. And from here you have to repeat the steps. Skip the next 2 stitches, 2 double crochet, skip the last 2 stitches, and then work again 1 treble crochet, 5 double crochet, 1 front post treble crochet. And here we are at the end of the row. After the last front post treble crochet, here we have 3 stitches left. Skip 2 and make 1 single crochet in the last stitch. And the row is completed. This is how it's looking so far. Now let's start row 4. Here we're going to change the color. So I usually change the color as I finish the last stitch with the new color. In this case, the last single crochet, I'm going to take the yarn and to finish the single crochet with the new yarn. Make it a little tighter, like this. You can use whatever technique you want to change the colors. Just be careful to not add additional stitches at the process, because then you will be left with 1 stitch or 2 more and you will wonder what happened. So we are ready. Now let's start the row. We're going to chain 3. Chain 3, turn, and from here we're going to start with one back post treble crochet. So yarn over twice for the treble crochet and turn. Here is the stitch we're going to work around. Go behind it, take the yarn, pull up a loop, and then make the treble crochet like this. Now we have the 5 double crochets from the previous row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In each of them we're going to make 2 double crochets. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, and 2, and into the last 1, 2. So you have to have 10 double crochets. Yarn over twice, and then we are going to make the next treble crochet. When you turn, here it is, the stitch, go behind it, take the yarn, pull up a loop, and make the treble crochet. And this is how it's looking on this side and on the other side. And from here you have to repeat the steps. So the next, yarn over twice, here is the next stitch in the back, go behind it and make the next treble crochet. And after you're ready with these stitches here, make one back post treble crochet around the next stitch. Here I'm ready with the 10 double crochets, yarn over twice, and then we're going to make the back post treble crochet. And after this treble crochet, just directly yarn over twice and go around the next one here. And then continue with the next 10 double crochets in this group here. When you reach the end of the row, after the last group of double crochets is finished, when you turn, there's one stitch here at the back left. In this stitch we have to make a back post treble crochet. So yarn over twice, turn, and here is the stitch, go behind it, pull up a loop, make the treble crochet like this, and to finish the row make one double crochet here at the last stitch. And this is the row. Now row 5, we're continuing with the same color, chain 1 and turn. We're going to work only around these 10 double crochets in the middle. We're skipping all of these stitches here with the front post treble crochets. So we're going to work with back post single crochets this time. So this is our first stitch. Take the yarn from behind and around the stitch like this. Grab the yarn and pull the loop. Yarn over and pull through both loops. Then we have the next, go from behind and around the next stitch, grab the yarn, pull up the loop, whoop the whoop, and make the single crochet. And you have to repeat this 10 times. Here is the third stitch. Go around it, take the yarn, pull up a loop, one single crochet. Another. So we have 4, we have 6 more to go. There's another one, 5, and one more, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Here we have the next group of double crochets. We're not working here, just moving on to the next group. Here's the first stitch, go behind it, take the yarn, pull up a loop, one single crochet. Here is the second stitch, go behind it in the front, then pull up a loop, one double crochet. And these are the steps for this row. Make 10 single crochets, back post single crochets around each of these stitches. And when you reach the end of the row, I'll show you now how to finish it. So I just finished the last group of 10 back post single crochets, and now here is our chain at the end of the row. This is actually the beginning of the previous row. Here we have 1, 2, 3 chains, and in the last chain make one single crochet, and the row is completed. Now let's start row 6. We have to start with the first color, in my case white. I'm going to bring it from below and start here. If you don't want to be visible, because it will be here at the side, will be visible this part, you have to cut it, hide this end, and start with a new yarn on the new row. So just like before, I'm going to finish the last stitch with the new yarn like this, and now chain 1 and turn. Make one single crochet in the very first stitch at the beginning, then chain 3, and now we're going to make again a back post stitch, but double treble, which means you have to yarn over 3 times, this time on the hook. And when you turn, here is the stitch we have to work around. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and one more time yarn over, pull through 2 loops. So we have, from here we have to work in this area here. Just be careful to in which of these stitches you work. You have to work in the front stitches here, not these ones. These are the stitches we made the previous row, the back post single crochets here, not here. So skip the first 2 stitches and then make 6 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Yarn over 3 times on the hook. Now we're going to make the next double treble crochet. When you turn, here at the back we see our 2 stitches, this one and this one here. We're going to work into the second stitch first, so go behind it, take the yarn, pull up a loop, and then make the double treble crochet as usual. Then chain 2, 1, 2, yarn over 3 times, turn, and then go around the previous stitch. And make again the treble crochet. When you turn, you have this X shape here. From here, skip the next 2 stitches and then make again 6 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And from here, yarn over 3 times, turn slightly on the back. Here are the 2 stitches, the first one, and here's the second one. Go around the second and make the double treble crochet. Chain 3, yarn over 3 times, and then make the next treble crochet around the first stitch. And then continue the same way, skip 2 stitches, then 6 single crochet, then again this X-shaped double treble crochets. So when you reach the end of the row, here we have one left stitch. We're going to make again one back post treble crochet in there. Like this. And then to finish the row, make one double crochet here in the last stitch of the row. Row 7, we are continuing with the white, chain 3 and turn. Here in the very first chain space, make 2 double crochets. Then around this stitch here, the big stitch, make 1 front post double crochet, yarn over only twice, then go behind the stitch, take the yarn, pull up a loop, and then make the double crochet. From here we have the 6 single crochets from the previous row, so skip the first 2, 1, 2, then in the next 2 make 1 single crochet in each of them, so 2 single crochets in total, and then leave the rest also empty. After that we have 1 front post double crochet around the first stitch here, and then into this chain space around this chain we're going to make 5 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then another front post double crochet around the next stitch. Here again, skip the first 2 stitches, then 2 single crochets, and skip the next 2 stitches also, then go directly around this stitch to make the next front post double crochet, then 5 double crochets around the chain and 1 front post double crochet around this stitch. When you reach the end of the row, make 1 front post double crochet around this stitch here at the end, and then around this chain here 3 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3. And this row is also completed. Now for row 8 we're going to start with our third stitch, our third color, sorry. I'm going to bring this pink, soft pink, and if you don't want a third color, you can start with the second one. Just bring it from below or cut it and start with a new strand. So I'm going to take the new yarn. Here the last double crochet, I'm going to finish it with the new yarn. And from here chain 3 and turn. We're going to start from the first stitch, this one here, not the one we usually start from, where the chain comes from. We're going to work in this stitch and in this stitch, these 2 stitches. In each of them we're going to make 2 double crochets, 1, 2 in the first stitch and 1, 2 in the second stitch. Total 4 double crochets here. So from here we are going to work with the back post treble crochets. So yarn over twice and let's turn slightly to see where we're going to be working. Here is the first stitch, this double crochet here, go behind it, take the yarn and pull up a loop, and then make the treble crochet. Yarn over twice and we're going directly into the next stitch. When you turn it, this is the double crochet we have to work around. Make the treble crochet there. This is how it's looking on the back. Now we're going to work in these stitches. Here we have 5 stitches. In each of them we're going to make 2 double crochets. 1, 2. We have to have 10 stitches total, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. And after that, yarn over twice, turn, and we're going to make the next back post treble crochets. Here is the first stitch here. yarn over twice, and then go into the next stitch right here. And this is how it's looking. And then continue with the next 10 double crochets in these stitches here. When you reach the end of the row, after you are ready with the last two back post treble crochets, here what is left are 2 stitches plus the chain at the end. In each of these 2 stitches, make 2 double crochets, 2 in the first, 2 in the last stitch, 4, and 1 more double crochet in the chain at the end. And with that, the row is completed. I'll show you later how it looks on the front. Now let's start row 1. We're continuing with the same color, chain 1 and turn. On this row we're going to be working again with back post single crochets. We're going to start with this the first stitches. Here we have we're skipping the first one, and now we have 4 stitches. In around each of them we're going to make 1 back post single crochet. The same way, go behind and around the first stitch, take the yarn and pull up a loop, and yarn over, pull through both loops. Then repeat the same around the next stitch, and around the next, and 1 more. From here we're skipping these stitches here, and we're going directly into the next group of 10 stitches. Around each of them we're going to make again 1 back post single crochet. This is the first one, go around it, take the yarn, pull up a loop, and make the first single crochet. Here's the second one, 2, the third, and fourth, and yeah, go around each of them. Just be careful not to work in these stitches here, just skip them and continue right for the next group with another 10 back post single crochets. When you reach the end of the row, just like in the beginning, we have to make 4 again back post single crochets. Skip these stitches here and let's make them together. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then 1 single crochet in the chain. Here is the chain 3, 1, 2, 3. At the beginning, make 1 single crochet in the chain, and with that the row is completed. Now let's start row 10. In row 10 is the last row I'm going to show you. After that the row starts to repeat. We're going to change the color. I'm going to take the first color from below. Chain 1 and turn. We're going to start from the very first stitch, which means this one right below the chain. Single crochet there and 2 more in the next stitches. 1 and 2. Now we're going to work again with double treble crochets, so yarn over 3 times. Turn slightly. Here are the stitches that we need to work into, this one and this one, and we're going to start from the second stitch. Go around it and make the double treble crochet, chain 2, yarn over 3 times, and then go around the first stitch. From here we're going to work in this area, work in the first stitches, not this on the back. Skip the first 2, 1, 2, and then make 6 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. After that, yarn over 3 times, and we're going to repeat the same as in the beginning of the row. 1 double treble crochet around the second stitch, chain 2, yarn over 3 times, and 1 double treble crochet around the second stitch. And this is how it's looking. And then skip 2 stitches and make 6 single crochets in the next stitches. And at the end, to finish the row, make 3 single crochets. So we're going to skip the first 2 stitches here and then into the next stitches. Here's the first one, then into the second 2, and here at the end, the very end, the chain, make the last one, 3. And this row is also ready. Like I said, the row 10 is the last row I'm going to show you, because from here the rows start to repeat. This is how it's looking on this is the front side of the stitch. So from here you have to repeat rows from 3 to 10. So you can build up the stitch. So go back and just start the same steps in row 3. Continue with your first base color, in my case the white, and then just change colors as I showed you on each of the rows. And this is the stitch. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!